please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Welcome everyone to First Time Home Buyer. I'm Manisha Natarajan. In the next 30 minutes, we give you best data-backed advice on buying and selling real estate across key cities of India with one single purpose, that you take the best decision with your life savings. Let me welcome Samir Jasuja as well. As always, he's our expert anchor on the show. Samir, welcome.
Pleasure to be here, Manisha.
Let's begin with a quick glance at the markets we will cover on today's show. There's Bengaluru, Hosa Road in a budget of 85 lakh rupees. We also take you to Gurugram. We've got a question for Golf Course Extension, and that is, of course, one of the best markets to buy into, 1.2 to 1.5 crore rupees. Your top picks. Kolkata, Garia, which is one of the oldest markets of Kolkata. What can you buy here in 35 to 50 lakh rupees? Also in Mumbai region, Karchat, which was or is a very favorite second home destination, let me say, of home buyers in 22 lakh rupees. Can you buy anything or should you buy anything is also the big question. Ahmedabad, Naranpura will be covered in 35 to 40 lakhs. We've also got another question on Gurugram. SPR, to be very precise, in 60 to 70 lakh rupees. What are your top choices? And we've got one more of Ahmedabad, which we will cover. Science Road is the market we look at in a whopping 3.5 crore rupee budget. All right, let's start the show. Pawan is our first caller. He's joining us with a question on Bengaluru's Hosa Road. Hi, Pawan, go ahead.
Hi, Manisha. Yeah, thanks for helping us home buyers with your advice. Yeah, my question is with respect to property in Mojave Ranches in Hosa Road, Bangalore. Okay. The property is Mojave Ranches. I bought a 2 BHK for 75 lakhs. The question is, like, there is a water body behind. So, as per the Green Tribunal, verdict, is there going to be an issue with Mojave Ranches project because it is just beside the lake, and with the recent issues with conserving water bodies and all, is there going to be an issue with this property specifically?
Okay, well, that's actually a very precise town planning question. But Samir Jasuja, what are your views on Mojave Ranches per se and Hosa Road as a market as a whole?
Sure, Manisha. So first of all, Hosa Road is an undersupplied market for ready to move in, so it's a good choice made by Mr. Pawan. It also gets a rating of 6.5 because there is adequate infrastructure out there. The connectivity is very good. It's a stretch between Hosa Road and Sarjapur Road. It's developed as a mid-segment residential market owing to its direct connectivity to the commercial belt of Sarjapur Road over here. And coming to the choice that you made, this project gets definitely a go-ahead from our side. It's trading at about 4,750 rupees a square foot. Market weighted average is about 4,500, so it's in ballpark of those numbers. This project has got a RERA approval. Now, RERA would probably not have given this approval had there been any environmental issues, because now with RERA body coming into place, they would check into every aspect, and you cannot launch a project literally without getting a RERA approval, or you have to get it approved in the middle as well if the project is ongoing. So I think your concerns with respect to that should not happen in the near future, but that is something that, the way the government's change in Bangalore is going to come up with new elections now in May, anything can really happen on that front. But as we speak today, they should not have any problems going forward. We have two more recommendations. We didn't know that you'd already made your final choice. So for our other viewers, what you can also consider is Emmanuel Heights. This is a project also on Hosa Road, getting ready in 2018, available with the developer. And lastly, we have SGR Blue Waters by SGR Prime Corporation. This project is in phases, getting ready in 18 and 19, trading at, again, the same weighted average price of the market, and it's available with the developer. So any of these projects you can consider. Of course, Mr. Pawan's project is getting ready in 2019. And I think it should not have any challenges.
All right, so for all our other viewers, here are the three projects. Mojave Ranches 2 by Mojave Ready Structures. And of course, Pawan, for you, it's a go-ahead. If it is RERA registered, at least to a large extent, you are protected. I think even if by chance any activists or environmentalists file a case, unlikely that the courts will not take that view that it is a RERA registered project. There's also Emmanuel Heights by Emmanuel Construction and SJR Blue Waters by SJR Prime Corporation, which makes the PropEquity cut and list for Hosa Road in Bengaluru in a budget of 75 to 85 lakh rupees. Okay, let's take this email. There's an email from Shrey. He says, I'm looking for a 3 BHK property in Gurgaon in the budget of 1.2 to 1.5 crore rupees for my personal use. I've zeroed in on the newly launched Godrej Nature in Sector 33, Gurgaon. Kindly let me know if this is a good choice. Samir, so he also wants to know the credibility and the builder reputation. I'm wondering, you know, even names like Godrej now need a vetting. Surprised.
Well, I think in this case, it's really not the developer that is a challenge. The developers are really professional and ethical and will live up to its promises. It's the location that is a big concern for us. It's trading at 5,500 rupees a square foot, which in this market I think is very futuristic. Sector 33 is not a area which is extremely well developed, and there are far more better locations to really choose from, especially the golf course extension road, which is doing pretty well now. There's a lot of end users that have started to shift in with the projects having gotten ready. There are transactions happening in a healthy way with respect to ready projects. So our high recommendation would be that you consider golf course extension, which is an undersupplied market for ready properties. Location rating is 7 and it's going to only get better and better from there. There's a Grand Hyatt opening there very shortly. Great retail opportunities coming there, and of course now there are modern apartments that are getting ready. Every 6 months there's a new complex that gets ready over there owing to the oversupply in the previous years. There are 2 projects that you can consider. One is Uptown by IREO Management, Sector 66. It's been ready since 2015. So livability has also happened over there, and you can quickly move in or put it on rent. It's available in the resale market. And lastly, we have Heritage One by Conscient Infrastructure, Sector 62. This is trading around 8,100 rupees a square foot. It's a reasonably good brand now. It's been ready since 2016 and available in the resale market as well.
All right, Shay, so it's a clear no, and I've really never heard Samir say a no to a Godrej project. So this area must be very futuristic for him to say avoid and go for better developed market. And the 2 projects that he's recommended on golf course extension, because you can afford probably a slightly smaller apartment, but a ready apartment, that's Uptown by IREO Management and Heritage One by Conscient Infrastructure. Okay, we've got our next caller, Sumit Manot, on the phone line from Kolkata. Sumit, hi. Good to have you on the show with us. How can we help you?
I was looking for a flat near South Kolkata, specifically the Garia area. So looking for the ongoing and the upcoming projects over there. I'm looking for a 2 BHK flat where my budget will be between 35 to 50 lakhs.
All right, so Garia is an old residential township of Kolkata. Samir, is there enough availability in terms of new developments in that market?
Manisha, with respect to ready development, certainly not. It's an undersupplied market. It's got a location rating of 5.5 because it's a very old settlement, and the infrastructure is not the very best because, like I said, it's a very old colony. Although it has operational metro connectivity, and that is acting as a growth catalyst for the Garia market. The 3 projects that you can look at are Sunnycrest by Starlight Group. This project is ready this year itself, available with the developer. We have Orchard Residency by Oswald Group. Also another project trading at a very good price of 4,500 for the market and available with the developer. And lastly, we have 4 site Olivia by Ganguly Group. This project is similar priced, slightly bigger size apartment and available with the developer. So all 3 projects getting ready in 2018 itself, available with the developer. So you can go ahead and pick any one of them.
You know, Samir, I'm surprised that it is not one of those, suburban locations. It's bang in the center of the city, one of the oldest settlements. It has a metro connectivity now, and you're getting newer developments, yet the market doesn't seem to have moved. I mean, 1.5% is the kind of return is given over the last 3 years. So good buy for a first-time home buyer, but definitely out for an investor, right?
Yeah, Manisha, I think the numbers say it all. This is an old development colony. it's not going to there's a lot of congestion out there, and there's only that much you can do with a colony that's been around for the last 40-50 years. People are very careful and smart today. They want to move to newer areas which are emerging micro markets where there is a lot of employment generation happening close by. There's a walk to work culture coming in this country in a big way. So keeping all those factors in mind, yes, it's an end user market for somebody who has affinity to this micro market, and for reasons that I really don't know that with respect to Mr. Sumit. But yes, it's established market, so
not an investment market, but a live-in market. So 35 to 50 lakhs as Garia rather. Kolkata Sunny Crest by Starlight Group, Orchard Residency by Oswald Group, and Foresight Olivia by Ganguly Group. We've also got our next caller on the phone line, Mr. Avininder Kumar. Hello, Mr. Kumar.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, go ahead, sir. Hi. Where do you want to buy and what's your budget?
Okay. I am looking for a flat in Karjat. It is Karjat East, suburbs of Mumbai, and it is a Videocon residency. It's a large project that they are coming up with, and the 1 BHK flat they are offering me at around 21-22 lakhs. And my question is that I'm looking at this flat purely with investment purpose. And my question is that will it be a good decision in terms of investment? And I want the answer in both terms, in short term as well as long term. And will it be a good investment decision or not? And how long should I wait to get a good returns from it, or something, good sale value or something?
All right, Avninder. So very clear question there, Samir. He wants to invest. I mean, the price point looks pretty mouth-watering. It's also, I mean, surprised that he called it a suburb of Mumbai and did not call it a second home destination, which we've been considering it as such. That's the perspective change amongst the home buyer. I see that it's an oversupply market. What do you suggest? Should he buy it for 3 years, or do you think he will have to wait a really long time to make returns?
Manisha, I'm finally very positive on the real estate markets after many years, but I'm positive on absorption. As with respect to price appreciation across the country, I am still not so positive. I think it will take a couple of years for these markets to start appreciating. There is an oversupply situation almost across the board, and this market is definitely a part of that oversupplied situation in the country. It has a location rating of 5 and it's an affordable micro market at a reasonable rate, but since it's oversupplied and investor driven, I have my doubts with respect to appreciation going forward, although the past track record of this micro market has been about a 5% annualized appreciation, but that's also, I would say, not good enough. Your fixed deposit returns are better than that. So if you're going in from an investor mindset, I would say you can avoid, but if you're going in from an end user point of view or enjoying a second home, then this is a good price point to enter the market into. You won't get properties lower than that. Videocon residency, you can go ahead with it. It's really slightly more higher than the weighted average price of the market, which is about 3,500 rupees a square foot. This project is at 6,700 on carpet. On an apples to apples comparison, that would translate to about 4,000 rupees on a super to carpet area ratio. Sheltrex smartphones by Sheltrex developers. This is at 3,690 rupees a square foot, again in Karjat. Ready date is 2020. And lastly, we have Arihant Aloki by Arihant Group. This is getting ready in 2019. This is probably the most affordable project out of the three at 3,500 rupees a square foot.
No, I'm really surprised that look at the two names. One is Videocon Residency, which is of course a large brand, Videocon, but it's a digital goods company as well, electronic goods company. And there's Sheltrex Smartphone as a second name of the project, which is again a very curious name for a real estate project, a smartphone name. But finally, there's also Arihant Aloki. So that recommendation comes with a clear, you're not going to get very high returns from this market in a hurry. It's a good buy as a second home. Patience will probably be needed of 5 years plus to make anything in the real estate market of Karjat. Let's take this next email, and we've got one from Arvind Bhalsod. He says that, can you help me buy a 2 BHK home in Naranpura at Ahmedabad within a budget of 35 to 40 lakh rupees? Samir.
Yeah, so there is really no development in that micro market because it's a very old micro market and developers have not kind of got land parcels to do modern development there. But there is a micro market which is Ghatlodia, which is about 3 kilometers from your required micro market, which is a mid-segment residential market located on the SG highway with good social and physical infrastructure. So our recommendation would be definitely this micro market. It's only 4 kilometers from the Gujarat University. It's an undersupplied market for ready options and gets a good location rating of 6. Coming to the choices, you have Akash Parisar by Akash Developers, trading at 4,100 rupees, available with the developer and getting ready in 2018. Then you have Sun Divine 5 by Sun Builders. This project is much cheaper. It's at about 3,800 rupees a square foot. And lastly, we have Shayona Pushp. This project's been ready for the past 2.5 years and still trading at 3,700 rupees. This is the only project that's available in the resale market because it's all sold out and is lived in right now.
All right, so Ahmedabad, Naranpura, 35 to 40 lakhs. 3 recommendations on PropEquity list is Akash Parisar by Akash Developers, Sun Divine 5 by Sun Builders, and Shayona Push by Shayona Land Corporations. Well, we're going to slip into a very quick break. We've got lots of markets to cover still and questions to take. You've got a question, write into us at home@nw18.com. Questions from across the country to help you take the right decision with your property buying or selling. We've got this email from Mr. CM Francis who asks, could you suggest a property ready to move at Gurgaon, not New Gurgaon, 2 or 3 BHK in a budget of 60 lakh to 70 lakh rupees. So Samir, I think you've been suggesting New Gurgaon or New Gurugram in that budget. So here's a absolute no to New Gurugram. So what do we give him? It has to be Sona Road, right?
So Mr. Francis had actually chosen sectors between SPR and NH8. If you cannot go to New Gurgaon, then this is the only choice that is really left with some kind of social infrastructure. Although it's not that good, it's rated at about 5 over here. It's an adequately supplied micro market, primarily because of a lot of stalled projects of Unitech as well over here. Coming to the choices, you can look at Palm Hills by MR. This is a project that's getting ready itself this year at 5,100 rupees a square foot, very affordable price point. Tulip Orange by Tulip Infratech. This is slightly more expensive but has been ready since 2015 and is available in the resale market. And lastly, we have Monsoon Breeze Phase 1 by Umang Realtech. This project's also been ready for the past 1.5 years and available in the resale market. Price point's very affordable, some limited amount of livability there, infrastructure yet to catch up. This is my take on this micro market, but this is the only choice other than New Gurgaon.
So this is Sector 70, Samir, if I'm not mistaken, between NPR and SPR. This is not Sona
70 to 78. Yes.
And this is not Sona Road.
Yes,
all right.
This is not Sona Road.
Okay, so very quick review. This Palm Hills by EMA, Tulip Orange by Tulip Infratech, Monsoon Breeze Phase 1 by Umang Realtech. If you're looking at Gurugram, well, this market does not have adequate physical infrastructure, but then the price points here seem to be depressed because of that and will be able to be affordable or affordable for you, sir. All right, let's take up this email. Sachin Parikh's advised me on a 4 to 5 bedroom villa in Ahmedabad. I have a 3.5 crore budget and plan to move by December 2019. Where do we take him in Ahmedabad, Samir?
So his budget is excellent, so we will probably take him to one of the best micro markets over there, which is predominantly a villa type of a market. Science City Road, it's saturated, but very good connectivity through Sardar Patel Marg, one of the old posh areas of Ahmedabad. It's also got independent homes and bungalows, as I mentioned. We give it a location rating of 7, and it's an undersupplied market even at that budget. The two projects that you consider are Sentosa Greenland by Satyam Developers. This project has got a 300 square yard plot trading at about 9,600 rupees a square foot. Available in the resale market. It's way under your budget, but it's a good project to look at. And the project that matches your budget to the T is Amaranthunas Villas by Pagdi Associates. This is at 11,000 rupees a square foot. It's been ready since 2015, and this is available in the resale market. 350 square yard plot. with 3150 square foot built up will cost you exactly 3.5 crores.
All right, so, well, 3.5 crores, that's a great budget for Ahmedabad. Science Road is the market chosen. There's Sentosa Greenland by Satyam Developers. There's also Amaranthus Villa by Pagadi Associates, 2 projects. So we've been getting a lot of questions on Ahmedabad, which is quite interesting. Well, Samir, thank you very much for joining us on FTHP. We see you same time next week. And to all our viewers, hopefully you've got the data-backed advice that you were looking for before committing that large chunk of your life savings into real estate. Send us your questions if you'd like expert advice as well at home@nw18.com. Send us your phone number so we can contact you for any follow-up information. I'll be back with you same time next week. Goodbye.